Okay guys, so this is a video for those of you that are using a server host, for instance GTX Gaming. Okay, so what you'll need to do is the server itself will already be set up for you. Okay, so nice and simple for you, you've actually got the easier job. What you need to do is you'll have a page, something similar to this. You click on game services and it'll come up with the FTP information. The FTP is how you transfer files over. If you're unsure about your FTP login information, contact your game host and they'll provide it for you. So once you've got that, once you've got your information, you would open FileZilla, and what you want to do from FileZilla, this is yourself, yeah. So this is your own computer. You just need to type in the host, username, password, and the port. The port by default is 21. Most hosts just keep it to 21 as well, but if obviously yours is different, make sure that you type in the correct port there. You'll then get a remote site here. You then basically want to copy everything that you want. First and foremost, sorry, you want to download. You want to go to my GitHub and download the Git. So download. This is for version 6 as well. If for whatever reason anything changes from version to version, have a look at the installation here, and that'll tell you what to do. Okay, it's very similar. There's some things that aren't applicable to you on a game host, but pretty much all of it is. So you download the zip. That'll then load this up. You want to copy these folders to a folder, any folder will do, because you just simply copy needs to upload it. So for instance, you can just copy, right, these are all in the resources folder. You can copy it to any folder on just create a new folder on your C drive or whatnot and just call it Dunko vRP, for instance. Copy them into there. Okay, and then same with the server CFG. You copy that one into your folder. So for instance, let's just step by step here. So I'd go, right, okay, so this is Dunko vRP, enter. I'll then send all of them into that folder. Wait for that to be done. And then basically what all you then do, once they're in there and you've got them extracted into a place that you can use them, you can then find them in FileZilla, and simply you'll have yours will then look like this. Right, we need to finish letting that copy over. It's not letting me do anything before that's copying over. So you'd extract them the exact same way I am doing to your own computer. GTX Gaming, as I just mentioned at the start, they may have some sort of option to just one-click install by the time you're watching this video. If you have a look on there. If they've got the one-click install, brilliant. Just click on the install button. You don't even have to follow this video. Everything's done for you. There might be some things that you have to edit, like the database details, because they'll have to make you a database. But other than that, it's pretty simple. As always, guys, if you are using a game host, the beautiful aspect of using a game host is that you can email them. And from my personal experience with game hosts, I've used various, and obviously have been sponsored over the years by various different game hosts for various different games. They are rapid at responding to requests. Like you're talking, sometimes you can get them down to 10 minutes. Most of the time it's within the hour though, depending obviously the time of day that you're emailing or submitting a ticket. Okay, so you also want to put the server CFG in here as well. Okay, so you've now got your Dunko vRP in here. So what you need to do then is you will go to FileZilla, log into your game server, find the resources folder. Once you find the resources folder, all of these folders will go into the resources folder. So it will look like, bear with me 2 seconds. So you'll have the resources folder, so it'll go like this. Okay. If it comes up and says to you, do you want to overwrite things? Always make sure you do. There's things in my pack that need to overwrite things that are in the core aspect of it. So just make sure you overwrite it. Okay, and then you'll have the main folder itself. You'll have a server CFG. Game host will already have a server CFG in there. You need to replace it with this one. Okay, so again, you just find out where the server CFG is, upload it to that one, overwrite it. Okay, then you need to edit it. So you just right click it here. Once you got the server CFG here, click view and edit. It'll then load up in, for instance, Notepad++. Now this is where things change for you. Okay, right. You need to change the server for the MySQL connection string, right? Backtrack a step. You need to contact your game host and ask them to make a MySQL database. If they've already done that, brilliant. That's where this information goes. Okay, so you put the server IP in there, the database name. Now, sometimes they don't provide you with a database name. They just provide you with a username. Username is the same as your database name, 9 times out of 10. So just try that first, and then put in user ID there. And then if you do need the password, just type in password equals your password, whatever they've given you for your password, and then just make sure you put a little semicolon at the end. Okay. Now this part also changes here. So wherever your server is hosted, you need to put the IP in there, and you'll also know you need to put in the port if it's different to the default port. Most of them are that port, but some of them do change. So you need to make sure that if the port is changed, this will be all on your TC or your admin page here. This will be it'll be all around the top here, so you'll know what the IP and the port is. That goes in there. Once that's done, save. You're finished with that. You now need to navigate into resources on here on this right hand side. Go into vRP. That'll take you to this folder. Obviously you're not going to be going back into your own Windows file here. This is just for ease of use for myself, so I can get yourselves So this is basically, you'll be on this page in the resources, but you'll be on you'll be dialed into your actual server. So you'll be in the resource folders in your server. You need to go to vRP, config, base. Obviously you'll have it over here. Right click it, view and edit. That'll do this. That'll come up in here. Again, the database details you've been provided with, database IP, database name, which again is probably going to be your username, and then your password here. Save that. You're done. Nice and simple. Okay. Right, you're now set up. That's how easy it was. You just need to go back here, click on restart at the top. It'll restart your server. You're done. If for whatever reason it comes up and says vRP identification error, that is because you've entered the database details in wrong. vRP identification error on the initial start of the server is this section here. So them 4 lines will cause that to happen if you've typed in the wrong details. So if that's coming up and you're adamant to the right details, contact your host. There's nothing I'll be able to do, it's down to your host. But if you do have any problems or any queries, quandaries, you can jump on my Discord, which is in the readme section of my GitHub. That'll take you to here, general and support. Feel free to speak to myself, anyone in here. You got some developers, lead support and support. Fire a question into there, people will answer the question. If I'm online, I'll answer it, or somebody else will answer it to get there before me. There is a mass majority of people on my Discord as well understand the pack. So if you just simply type it into there, they'll be able to, you'll get an answer much quicker than directly PMing me. You can PM me if you want to. I've got no issues with that. I'm just saying you'll have to wait probably longer to get an answer to your question doing it that way if I'm busy at the time. If you do have any questions, guys, hit me up. If not, and everything's gone smoothly, enjoy FiveM with Dunko vRP edit. Goodbye.